Hey guys, Andrew McFarlane here from StartAJuiceBar.com. Hope you're feeling amazing. And today I want to talk about whether or not you as an individual should function as your general manager, or should you actually hire a general manager. Now, this is I don't want to say it's complicated, but it's a rich topic of conversation, so we're going to dive into a number of avenues in this. And as in most situations, there's not always a one-size-fits-all answer, but I do want to walk you guys through a lot of things that you need to consider so that when you make this decision, you're making it from an educated place. Before I dive in, if you guys are new and you don't know who I am, you don't know what we do, for the last a little over 10 years at this point, myself and our agency have been helping people like yourself launch and scale juice bar concepts, vegan cafes, plant-based cafes. I myself have experience running these businesses as well, so all the information we're giving you here is coming from direct experience, not hypothetical speculation. And so diving into this conversation, what are things that you want to think about and that you need to consider in this process of deciding if you're going to be the manager of your business or if you're going to actually hire a GM? Now, the first thing that I want to put on the table is if you do not have experience running a food service business, there are, as I'm sure you may even be gathering from watching this channel, a lot of things that you may not have thought about. And there's a lot of growth that needs to take place in an individual in order to run this kind of business. Now, it's not to say that it's impossible, because clearly I've done it and I did it with very little experience. But the learning curve was very steep for me. There was a lot of money I lost because I did not know how to, for example, manage my labor appropriately, how to really schedule my staff. These are all things that I learned over time and have eventually gotten very good at, but it wasn't the cheapest lessons to learn as I was growing into this situation. So a couple things that you have to look at is, what is your budget? Right? Can you afford to hire this person in the role that you need, right? That has experience, that is actually very good at what they do. That's the first thing. Second thing is also, what are your desires, right? Because it is possible. Maybe you're someone who comes from a corporate background, or maybe you have experience managing people in other businesses, in which case you can apply a lot of that knowledge around how to run meetings, how to have potentially difficult conversations with your staff, but also constructive conversations, how to build people, how to interview. These are all skills that if you've never done these things before, you might underestimate the importance of. And so for that reason, if I'm giving you anything in this conversation, I really want to impress upon you guys how valuable that role is. Now, let's take a step back and look at your specific circumstance, because there are people who are looking at, do I quit my job and then run this business and function as the manager? Do I stay in my job and actually just hire a manager? There's a number of ways to do it. There's not a right or wrong answer, but you have to look at, for example, how much is the salary for your manager? How much are you making in your current job? Right? If the salary for your manager is similar to what you're making in your current job, maybe that's something you want to consider if you want to take the time to gain those skill sets for managing that business. This role could make or break your business in many ways, and I've seen it happen because it's so important. Hiring a bad manager could really hurt you. Hiring a great manager can give you insights beyond your imagination. Now, how do you do that? That's an art form in itself, but really you want to look at people's experience, you want to get their references, you really want to go through that interviewing process meticulously. You want to make sure that you're very confident with that choice. Now, you can't ever make a 100% decision. There's no way to tell the future of how people interact, but there are ways to make sure that you really work your way backwards into someone's career. Why are they doing what they're doing? What is their history? Do they have strong references? Like I said before, those things are really, really important. And so what I want to say is, if you're not going to be the person who is deciding to hire an experienced manager, you definitely want to have people, and this is something that we do, is we oftentimes train our clients to get them up to speed so they understand really how to operate the business. How do they make sure they're not over ordering so that they don't have spoilage? How do they make sure that they're actually managing their labor, like I said before? How do they make sure that they're really having accountability in their staff and building their team so they have high expectations? Because there's a lot of interpersonal elements when it comes to managing people, and if you haven't done it before, that's a big learning curve, right? You need to know how to be able to interact with your staff in a way that they feel inspired and they're able to take your business to that next level. So it is possible, you can do it, but get training. Don't underestimate the role of the manager in your business, because they are worth their weight in gold. A great manager can make your business thrive in ways that you never imagined. And the last thing I want to say is, if you are someone who is deciding to hire a manager in your business, find someone who is amazing. Find someone who has experience and be willing to invest in that person. When it comes to staffing, as I say, cheap is expensive. Many times when you're looking to hire someone, don't just think about how much money you're spending. Think about how much money this person can potentially make you and invest in them, because it's an important role and you don't want to underestimate this. So I hope this gives you some insight into really, like I said earlier on, the importance of the manager in your business, and if that's going to be you or if it's going to be someone else. And if it is you, get training. Really, really make sure you know what you're doing, because while you think you might be saving money on one end, you could be losing a lot of money because you don't know what you're doing. And then if you are going to hire this person, invest in having someone who's really, really great. Do your research, meet with them multiple times, get their references, make sure that you're doing your best to hire someone who is going to take care of your business, has an investment in your product and in your business mission, and can bring their all to your company. So that's it for now. If you guys like the video, press the like button. If you've got any questions or comments, put it in the comment box below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you definitely want to subscribe, so do that. You can also push the notification bell next to the subscribe button, which will alert you anytime we put out new content. If you're not following us on Instagram, you also want to do that. If you're also traveling and you want to listen to our podcast, or you just like to listen to things more than you like to read things or watch videos, we have our podcast on iTunes. Our podcast is on Spotify. Check us out there, the Juice Bar Experts. And as always, wishing you guys a lot of success. Hope you're happy. Hope you're healthy. This is Andrew McFarland. See you guys soon. I hope you guys have been enjoying all of the content. If you're in a place where you are really inspired to start your juice business, but you're not exactly sure what the next steps are, for you, we've created a free ebook, The 15 Steps to Starting Your Juice Business from Scratch. This is going to give you an overview of everything that you need to do, from just having a concept all the way to launching your business. Beyond that, if you're inspired to go even deeper, we've created an online course, the Juice Bar Master Blueprint, that is going to go into great detail into every single area of launching a successful juice business. There's links for both of these in the description below. I know you'll find a lot of value out of them. As always, wishing you guys a lot of success, and I'll see you at the next video.